My fiance's dad got upset I had a boner. I rent the basement of my fiance's parents' house. I'm a student. I love living here and I love her parents, but her dad can be really annoying and looks for issues and has done things like this before. For the record, he is low IQ. IDK how to say that without sounding like a dick, but he literally is. Apparently while me and my girl were watching TV, he pulled her sister aside to tell her he was upset because he saw that I had a boner around my fiancé. 1. I don't think sexual thoughts around her parents and I don't get random boners and I tend to have a bulge, so I think that's what it is. 2. Why is he looking at my dick? That's gross. My mom doesn't stare at my fiancé's camel toe. 3. If I have a boner I can't control that. 4. I feel bad her sister had to hear about that. He brought it up to my fiancé too because he was upset and they got in an argument. Now I feel embarrassed because I had no clue about this, especially because I am positive I didn't get a boner near her parents. I feel like I caused a problem and humiliated that her whole family got involved and she had to explain to her mom that that is how my dick is naturally. IDK why he had to do that. It's so frustrating because I go out of my way to do things for them and especially her dad. I do things he could easily do himself. I always ask if he needs anything. He always acts nice, but I know he didn't like me at first because of my long hair and tattoos. He told his wife he didn't want me to move in with them when they moved into this house a few months ago. Though, my rent is some of the only income they have because of COVID. I just think if he keeps looking for issues he should say it to my face. I'm very close with her mom. More so than my own mom. So, I find things out regardless. I just feel humiliated that my dick was what caused this and RLY embarrassed that her whole family discussed it. IDKI, just didn't expect this and I'm freaked out and uncomfortable. Any advice on how to handle it? Edit. Peels, stop speculating about my size, it's not relevant. I'm 7 inches PLZ, stop commenting about my penis, I needed advice about dealing with it. Also thanks for the humor and good advice for the most part. You should literally just say, wasn't a boner, just that big, with a smile and intense eye contact. Sounds like his intimated by you, so he is grasping at straws to cause an argument. Maybe it's time for you and girlfriend to start saving up to move. Your father-in-law needs to fuck off, Jesus Christ. Since the dad is known to be low IQ, does that mean he has a learning difficulty or something? Can you all just brush his alarmist crap off and ignore his accusations? Since nobody really thinks you had a boner and your girl and her sister should just tell their dad to STFU and stop being gross and offensive. My opinion is that you're new and he doesn't like that. People don't really like change, so he might have felt scared something new happened in his family. My advice is to wait it out and try your best to give him good memories. The only way to resolve this is to make sure he catches you fucking his daughter. You have to finish as well. Any advice on how to handle it? Absolutely. This sort of thing happens to me all the time. My mom doesn't stare at my fiance's camel toe. I would, I can't help it. Move out. Why keep being in a place that you are not welcome in? Dad has small wee-wee. Dad is sad. Tell him, I'm glad you noticed. Daddy, one way or another the problem will be gone after that. You guys really need to move out. This isn't a healthy situation. Do a sport together and wear tight shorts. TLR. My bulging cock is intimidating my fiance's stupid father. Maybe the dad is a closeted gay and secretly has a crush on you. I'm sorry, I know this is supposed to be serious, but the mom staring at my fiance's camel toe line made me laugh. Move out. First of all, congrats on the giant bulge. Secondly, your future father-in-law was looking at your dick. That's just weird. Thirdly, why would he involve the entire family in the great boner controversy? That's even weirder. This man has issues. Go for a dick shake instead of a handshake next time you see him. Asserts dominance and COVID safe. Usually showing people something they're afraid of and telling them in a soft voice, it's okay, it won't hurt you, helps to alleviate fears. Just say you didn't have a boner, the blowjob that morning took care of it. Dude, just start pointing your crotch at him and winking. Seems like you have all the power here actually. Just don't live with your girlfriend's parents. Problem solved. I had a boner, and I'm not going to apologize. You're shaming me for something that happens naturally. So please don't stare at my dick anymore. I think we need pics of the boner bulge to be able to answer this question adequately. You know, for science. Leave ASAP. She had to explain to her mom that that is how my dick is naturally. So did that make the parents less worried or more worried? Move to your own place. I am so sorry, but it is so weird and funny. Ah ha 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 ha. But for real, what the fuck, he was looking at your private areas like why? Lol. It wasn't your dick that caused the situation, but his dumbass brain. GL dude. Walk around with your hog out. Establish who's boss. Things like this happen. Somebody makes a creepy comment and all of a sudden, things get weird. Since pretty much everyone will be looking at your package now, embrace the newfound attention. You could just carry on as normal, modify your routine to avoid dad and wear less tight pants, or put a sock down your pants to really give them something to talk about. People will notice body parts, but they usually shouldn't bring it up. E.g., being that you're in and around this family in their home, I'm sure you'll see your share of protruding nipples, camels, butts, whale fins, and various other bulges from male and female bodies. And guess what? Normal-minded adults don't bring this out into the public. If you want to remain living in their home, just do your best to fit in and don't take your future Phil too seriously. He was upset because he saw that I had a boner around my fiancé. This is the stupidest thing I think I've ever heard. Does he seriously expect you wouldn't be engaged if you had no sexual attraction for one another? I would worry about him being a very controlling person, and that this will persist once you get married. Bro, it's fine, as you said you can't control getting a stiff. Her dad knows that too, he just looking for things to get pissed at you. If this story is correct, you have nothing to be embarrassed about. PFFT, and once you're married they'll be pushing you to give them grandkids. 'Cause you know, they don't want you being sexual around their little angel. Move out. You aren't going to change her dad's mind about you. He never wanted you there and he is resentful. He needs your help with the rent you pay. This is just going to get worse the longer you stay there. His most likely next move is to accuse you of having a boner around the sister. So on the topic of how to handle it, did her father at any point touch you uncomfortably or say, "Oh, what's this?" Be a fucking man and ask him what the problem is. To quote the gentleman and scholar Beavis, BOINNNNGGGGGGGGGG. In all seriousness, who cares? We all pitch a tent sometimes. He's just upset because he sees it as a threat to his daughter. Yes, a threat. Dads live to protect our girls and have difficulty seeing or thinking of them doing grown-up things, low IQ or not. Take it with a grain of salt and forget it unless more issues like this come up. Then you'll need to consider moving out. Just ask why he is looking at your dick. Tell him to stop staring at your cock and watch him get flustered. I love how you complained about everyone asking about your size and then you told them. Dad is just being overprotective of his daughter. You're gonna have to let this one go because he's not going to change unless his own family is able to shut him down. Just keep being a good person you are, and remain respectful. Maybe he'll get tired of obsessing over your dick. On another front, you and the girlfriend need to be super discreet because he may try spying on you. He sounds like a bit of a creep. Maybe he just wants to put your big ol' meat in his mouth eyes. He was just jealous that your boner was much bigger than the boner he got whilst Peter gazing upon your boner. Well, he wins if you count him too since he himself is a huge friggin' boner. OMG. Doesn't everyone get an erection? What is this guy, the boner patrol? I remember swimming in a pool and I stopped and suddenly I had an erection. The lifeguard came over and was obviously staring and did not look happy. For weeks afterwards he was shooing young people away from me over to the other side of the pool. If you never had an erection while you were with his daughter, that's when he should have been concerned. What a prick. Why is the dad looking at your crotch in the first place? Sounds like he's a pervert or he's in the closet. I think I'd walk up to dad and ask why is he so obsessed with looking at your penis. Tell him the polite thing to do is to ignore someone else's penis and not look for boners. What a creepy dude. Honestly, I'd move and let them survive without my rental income if you can afford it. Find a place that's yours and you don't have to worry about her dad checking you out so much. WTF. Move out. Fucking weirdo dad. I tend to have a bulge. Nice flex, bro.